So once again, I'm up here at Mom's in Foxborough, Massachusetts. We're gonna ride another bike today. We're trying to stick in that mid-range size, 650, 800 cc range. I'm gonna get on a Versys 650 today. Now this is a used bike, it's a 2019, but they're pretty much unchanged. You know, over the years, Kawasaki sticks with their models for quite a while. So I've always wanted to ride one of these because I've heard it's a fantastic motorcycle, so I'm really looking forward to it.
As I mentioned, today I am riding a slightly used, about 5,500 miles on this bike, 2019 Kawasaki Versys 650. This bike is a third generation Versys that was sold between 2014 and 2021. In 2022, Kawasaki released the fourth generation of this long-lived motorcycle with minor cosmetic changes, the addition of Kawasaki's proprietary traction control system, an adjustable windscreen, and there is an updated TFT screen that is now Bluetooth compatible. And the last thing they added, well, there are LED lights all the way around. The version that I am testing does not include these electronic updates, but the engine, frame, brakes, and final drive remain unchanged. Neither the current model or this 2019 version includes ride-by-wire or electronic cruise control, two things that Versys fans have been eagerly awaiting for many years. Even though this Versys 650 does not include all of the latest tech, what it does come with is a great, reliable, smooth 640cc engine that produces 65 horsepower and 47 foot-pounds of torque. Final drive is provided by a sealed chain that delivers a smooth, linear throttle response that should be easily tameable by both new and older riders alike. The brakes are provided by Nissan with two piston calipers and a 300mm dual disc up front and a single piston caliper combined with a single 250mm disc in the rear. The brakes worked well, being easily modulated and confidence-inspiring in the curvy technical roads that I covered during this test ride. For suspension, the 650 Versys provides a 41mm telescopic fork with 5.9 inches of travel, and the fork is adjustable for both damping and preload. In the rear, Kawasaki uses a single lay-down shock with 5.7mm of travel that is adjustable for preload only. Over the rough New England roads in Massachusetts and Rhode Island, I found the bike to handle the potholes and bumps with ease. As I rode this bike on the highway and on the back roads, I was surprised at just how comfortable it was. The seating position allowed me to sit upright, relaxed, and in complete control of this machine. I was also amazed at just how comfortable the seat was and wondering in my helmet if this was an aftermarket product. Upon returning to Mom's, I double-checked, and we found out that the seat was indeed stock. I think the Versys 650 has just about the most comfortable stock seat I have ever ridden. Kudos to Kawasaki. Taking the bike on the highway, the 649cc engine, of course, had no problem keeping up with traffic or even passing when necessary. The stock windscreen on the 2019 model is a bit small, and I did have a good deal of wind across my chest and shoulders. While I could easily handle this for a long day on the interstate, I do see why Versys fans longed for the adjustable version available on the 2023 model. There are, of course, aftermarket alternatives, and personally, I am a fan of the Madstad brackets and shields. Getting on the back roads, the Kawasaki Versys 650's 500 pounds felt light as the bike was easily tossable in and out of the tight corners that I was traveling. This is a bike you can literally ride all day on in a variety of road conditions and still feel comfortable and fresh at the end of a long day. The 2023 Versys 650 LT starts at $10,099 and comes standard with the matching hard bags. Building a new bike with a top case, heated grips, and a light bar brings the price to $11,959. However, if you don't mind not having LED lights and a TFT screen, this 2019 model with less than 5,500 miles can be had with all of those add-ons for $79.95, saving yourself $4,000. If you are looking for a reliable, confident, comfortable motorcycle that can be ridden as a local commuter or long-distance touring bike, the Kawasaki Versys 650 is something you should consider. And if you can find a used one like this low-mileage 2019, well, I think that is kind of a no-brainer.
Outriding this 2019 Kawasaki Versys 650. So before I take it back to the barn, I just wanted to give you my riding impressions while I'm out here on the road. So overall, I really like this bike. It's a fun, confident, capable, handles great. It rides great. It has plenty of pep. Again, 650s have plenty of pep to get out on the highway and all of that kind of stuff. The bike is really, really comfortable. I don't know if the guy who had this bike before put an aftermarket seat on it. I'm going to have to find out if that's the case, but the bike is really comfortable. Great seat back there. So the only thing that I can say about the bike in comparison to some of the other ones that I've ridden is that this engine, while I know that it is a very durable, very capable engine, doesn't quite have the pep of, for example, the Triumph 660 that I rode. That bike, that triple, has quite a bit more, I would say, pep in it, a little more zip in it, a little more character. This is a more kind of a laid back. The throttle response is really easy with this bike, which is great. If you're a touring rider or a new rider, this is definitely the kind of bike that you want to have. And I have to say that the suspension on this bike is definitely better than the suspension on that 660 that I rode from Triumph. So if I was going to say which one of these bikes I would buy to be a touring bike, well, it would be the Kawasaki.
If you are interested in this particular bike, you can check it out at Mom's in Foxborough, Massachusetts, or they have new models available in their Tingsboro, Massachusetts location and also in their Enfield, Connecticut locations. You can find links to all of these stores in the description of this video. And of course, tell them that I sent you. Ride safe, my friends.